Of course, Russia will continue to closely cooperate with its allies on all issues related to strengthening the military potential of the CSTO. Our main efforts will be focused on increasing the combat readiness of national contingents and improving the management of collective forces. We propose to launch a large-scale program to equip the collective forces with modern Russian weapons and equipment which have proven their effectiveness in real combat operations. And it is precisely in this regard that we plan to organize a whole series of joint activities for the training of military units and special service divisions. Thank you very much. Dear friends and colleagues, as was just mentioned, starting from January 1st, 2026, the chairmanship of the CSTO will pass to Russia. It will be held under the noteworthy and significant motto, Collective Security in a Multipolar World. One goal, shared responsibility. Russia will do everything possible to maintain continuity in the main areas of cooperation within the CSTO and to develop collaboration among our states based on the principles of genuine alliance, friendship, and good neighborliness, respect and consideration for each other's interests, mutual assistance and support. Over the past decade, the Collective Security Treaty Organization has become an authoritative regional structure. The CSTO consistently and reliably guarantees security and stability across the Eurasian space, steadfastly protecting the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the member states of our organization. Given the current geopolitical tensions, it is entirely logical and understandable that the task of advancing the collective interests and initiatives of the CSTO member states on the world stage comes to the forefront in the international arena. In this context, the Russian side proposes to hold an international expert forum in Moscow in 2026, ahead of the CSTO summit, dedicated to the topic of building an architecture of equal and indivisible security in Eurasia. We plan to invite not only delegations from member states to participate in this event, but also representatives from friendly countries, multilateral organizations, and integration associations. Of course, Russia will continue to closely cooperate with its allies on all issues related to strengthening the military potential of the CSTO. Our main efforts will be focused on increasing the combat readiness of national contingents and improving the management of collective forces. We propose to launch a large-scale program to equip the collective forces with modern Russian weapons and equipment which have proven their effectiveness in real combat operations. And it is precisely in this regard that we plan to organize a whole series of joint activities for the training of military units and special service divisions. These include the next stages of the regular exercises Interaction, Echelon, and Search. We believe that the development of the organization's air forces and their defense system requires special attention. Much remains to be done to improve the mechanisms for deploying peacekeeping forces. One of the key priorities of Russia's chairmanship is to develop cooperation among our states to ensure the CSTO's technological leadership in the military sphere. We intend to place special emphasis on deepening cooperation among enterprises in the defense industrial complex. Russia will also make every effort to promote the use of the latest achievements in military medicine by the collective forces. Naturally, we will continue to provide assistance to member states in the area of sanitary and epidemiological well-being and to support joint efforts to prevent and respond to outbreaks of dangerous diseases. We expect to increase the effectiveness of the Coordinating Council on Biosafety, established within the CSTO at Russia's initiative in 2021. I think it would be worthwhile to hear a report from its leadership on the situation in this area at our next meeting. During our chairmanship, we plan to begin joint preparations for a new CSTO counterterrorism strategy. We will strive to do everything necessary to further decisively counter extremism. Together with our partners in the organization, we will continue to work on identifying and eliminating international terrorist groups and their cells, as well as disrupting their channels of financing. Among the most important priorities of the organization's activities, I would also like to highlight information security. The Russian side is committed to working closely with its allies to prevent the spread of radical ideas among young people. We believe it is necessary to take additional measures to protect our shared information space from such threats. We will, of course, make every effort to further strengthen cooperation in combating drug trafficking. We will continue to carry out the anti-drug operation channel with the involvement of interested international participants. As a promising objective, we consider it important to enhance the information and analytical capacity of the organization and to expand its network of auxiliary and consultative mechanisms. For example, we would consider it timely to establish an association of analytical centers from CSTO member states focused on international relations and security issues. It is also advisable to focus on developing interparliamentary cooperation to harmonize the national legislations of the organization's member states. Also, given the growing volume of tasks facing our Secretariat and the CSTO joint staff, we propose to actively address the issues of improving their efficiency, optimizing their structure, ensuring flexible adaptation to current realities, and of course, creating conditions to attract highly qualified personnel for joint work. In conclusion, I would like to express my gratitude to Sadir Nurgojoevich for his hospitality and for the tremendous work that has been carried out under Kyrgyzstan's chairmanship of the organization. I would also like to once again wish success to the representative of Kyrgyzstan who has assumed the post of Secretary General of the CSTO. Of course, we will provide him with all the necessary support. It has been agreed that the next session of the Collective Security Council will be held in Moscow on November 11, 2026. We will be glad to welcome you in the Russian capital.